My name is Salman and you are watching my channel Salid Tech. Basically, I am starting a new video series of Windows Server 2019 administration training. I will cover the following topics in this training. Basically, this is a very lengthy training. So the topics I will be covered is as basics and installation, server roles, Active Directory, storage, performance management and maintenance. Basically, I am designed this training only for those people who have little knowledge or no knowledge of Windows Server administration or Windows Server products. So if you are in the role of helpdesk administrator, yeah, helpdesk technician and pre-sales and post-sales persons, so this training is very beneficial to you. So in this training I will show you very fundamental things which is related to the Windows Server administration. So this is the lengthy training. So in this training in this video I will cover the basics and installations of the Windows Server 2019. So let's move to the second slide. Server administration concept, basics and installation. I will cover the basics of Windows Server installations and version of the Windows Server 2019. So basically Windows servers standard and data center. Basically these are the version Windows Server standard and data center. I will cover the manual installation of Windows Server. I also show the automate server installation, how to set up device driver, managing operating system services. So I will discuss all these topics in detail in my coming videos. So prerequisite of this course is Windows 10. If you handle the Windows 10 confidently, you will take this course and you will understand the thing I will discuss in this course. So there is no prerequisite for taking this course. So this in this module I will cover the following things. For example, I will cover the addition of Windows servers, how to install Windows Server, configure drivers, configuration, operating services. So the first section is what is a server means. Addition of Windows Server, desktop experience and core, server code, 2 serving model and 3 licensing model and quick tour of the servers. I will explain all these things one by one in my next slide. So what does server means? I think server means any machine which serve anything to anyone or any client is called server. So basically the characteristics of a server is a network computer. Basically whenever we talk about the server, it means we talk about a computer which is connected to the network, accessible by multiple users, or basically this server or this machine is accessible by many users or multiple users. Provide computing services. So basically this is the very fundamental concept of a server. A server is a machine which is connected to the network and serving to the other client on the network. For example, our PCs, our laptops, our mobile. So the formal definition is a computer which provide access over a network to a centralized resources. Basically on server we have a centralized resource, for example file server, which is accessed by many clients. Like if we hosted a website on a server, so this server provide the services of web hosting to the so many clients. Computer which consume such resources are typically called a client. So there is a server and the other end is called client. So server gives the resources or shared resources and client receive these resources from the server. So there are two models of a network networking sharing. One is called peer-to-peer network. So in peer-to-peer network, each computer can be both server and client. For example, in our home network, the networking we use is a peer-to-peer network. We can share files, movies and songs to the other user on our network, and they also share some resources of their computer with us. So this type of model in which no centralized management is there is called a peer-to-peer network. It is used in small networks like less than 10 networks, 10 node network, or in our home network. So each computer can be both serving both as a client and server. No centralized authentication resources or service are present in this model. So other model is which is widely used in the networking, which is called client server networks. Basically some clients, there are some clients and some server. Basically in this model we are centralized authentication resources and services, because in server we define the resources which is shared by so many computers with some access level, because nobody can access the server resources if we don't give them permission to use these resources. So this type of model in which we control the resources is called client server network model, or Windows 2000 falls in the category of client server network model. So server are network computers, as we discussed earlier. Server are network connected computers. Network may be private, public, or both. Private network means it is limited on the some networks. It don't connect to the other networks. Public means those computer who are connected to the internet or other networks are called public network, or both. Network may be a LAN or WAN. The network can be in the same premises. Network is called LAN, local area network, and in different offices connected together are called as a WAN, wide area network. At least one network interface card is present in the server. Basically servers, minimum server contain a one network card, which is also called a NIC. Server with multi-network card are multi-home network. Those servers who have more than one network card are called multi-home server. So server have multiple users. A server have a multiple user. As you can see from the picture, I have 3 users which is accessing this server. Basically server offer the shared resources, multi-user access. So in server we shared some resources like application, file, services, virtual machine. These are the types of resources. For example, if we access a application from like Gmail, from it will access from the server. Same time we can share a file from a server. We can also use a web hosting service like email service from the server. Also server offer the virtual machines, and it is accessed by the multi-user access. Basically multiple user access the same resources at the same time. So server operating system are licensed for multiple user or devices. So server is operating system are licensed with the multiple user. When we talk about the license, I will show you how to license these server operating systems, because it will serve multiple users and devices at the same time. So server provide the services like file sharing. We can share file with the help of Windows 2019 server. This is the one of the type of service which server provide, file sharing. The other is database. We can access the database with the help of server operating system. We can also share a network access. In network we can use server as a network sharing device, in which we use to share internet connection with multiple users like ISA server and other server like CC proxy, etc. It also provide as a server also provide the service of email server, like Exchange server is also hosted on a Windows 2000 server. So it act as a email server also. Also the server act as a firewall server, firewall services. We install software firewall on our Windows server also. So this is the some types of services which is offered by the Windows 2000 server in general. So this is there is some other service which is also provided, the name resolution, which is called DNS. I will explain all these services in my future videos. So if you don't understand what is DNS, what is DHCP, what is IISS, so don't worry, but this is the some services which is offered by a server. Other is directory services, which is used to authenticate user against any domain, or which is used for authentication or permission and security control. This is also provided by the server. There is also a server which is used to update our clients like Windows 10 client. We update from the server with the help of Windows 2019 server. So there is an advanced service which is offered by a server, which is called virtualization. Basically in virtualization we create a many virtual server in our host server. In single physical server we create a many more than 1, 2, 3 or many servers with the help of virtualization, which is also given by the Windows Server, which is offered by the Windows Server 2019. So server are usually more powerful computer than client computer. Basically server is give the more resources to the client. So it is very powerful computer. They have more RAM, faster CPU and extraordinary hard drives. They are often more robust, easy fault tolerant design. In server the hardware is redundant. We have 2 power supply, multiple the RAID level for fault tolerance. Addition of Windows servers. Now we look at the what are the additions available for Windows Server. So there are basically there are 3 types of addition of Windows Server 2019. One is called Essential, other one is called Standard, and third one is called Data Center. Windows Server Essential for use for small business environment, simplified and licensing. Basically we use it scatter up to 25 users and 50 devices. If you have this type of setup in which your user count is less than 20 or equal to 20 and devices are 50, then you can use Windows Server Essential licensing. No client access licensing required. Basically in server client model we also need a license for clients, which is also called CAL. But in this edition we don't need extra client access license CALs for this edition of Windows Server Essential. This is less expensive edition, can run an Active Directory domain. In this edition we can run one Active Directory or one domain for this edition. Must only be only domain controller. It also have a one domain controller. I will discuss what is domain controller in my future video. Now the second one is called Windows Server Standard Edition. For small and medium businesses with the limited virtualization requirement, we use Windows Server Standard Edition. Almost identical features add to more expensive Data Center Edition. This is identical to the Data Center Edition. It has a limitation of 64 sockets and 24 TB of RAM maximum. So it is also having the ability of 2 virtual machine included in the license. So you can create 2 virtual machines if you have a Windows Server edition and you have only 64 sockets. So if you want to more virtual machines, then you will go to the Data Center edition. For large enterprise or those with heavy virtualization requirement, we always use Data Center version of Windows Server. So basically if you are a salesperson and if you want to give the proposal for large virtualization, then you always give the Data Center Server edition to your client. All the features of Standard Edition plus it has all the addition which we discussed in earlier slide, plus the following features like software defined networking. In this edition we don't need extra switches or routers or firewalls, because we define the software defined networking in this edition. Shield and virtual machines, the virtual machine are isolated with each other. Automatic virtual machine activation, we don't go for individual virtual machine for activation. Storage space is direct, unlimited virtual machine included in this license. So this license cater the unlimited use of virtual machine. So these are the 3 types of Windows Server editions. So there is a desktop experience and server code. Basically this is the very important concept. What is desktop experience and what is the server code? So basically the desktop experience also called as a GUI. GUI means graphical user interface. Most servers are managed remotely, so don't need a local graphical user interface. Basically the server is the machine which is used by remotely by the client or system administrator or network administrator. So they don't need a graphical user interface. So no graphical means less to go wrong, so less to update, less to secure, smaller attack surface, lighter hardware demand. Basically if we don't use graphical user interface, it means we don't need any high resolution video card or very heavy use of RAM or hard drive, and our server is also secure with the help of no graphical user interface. So on the left side you can see we have a graphical user interface of Windows 2019 server. So this is, if we install the GUI, it will take us more resources than without GUI. So when you install your Windows server, there is an option which is called Windows Server 2019 is standard, which means you are installing server without graphical user interface, without desktop experience. And the second option, as I highlighted it, is show that it is installing the desktop experience. It means you will get the desktop like your computers, your recycle bin, your all the icons on with your computers. So during the installation you will choose whether you install a desktop experience or without a GUI version of the Windows server, which is also called a bare core installation. So Windows Server 2019 no longer allow you to switch back and forth between the desktop experience version and the server core version. So this is very important point, because if once you install your Windows 2000 server in any mode, either in desktop experience or server core version, you cannot go back to the other you don't switch to and fro from the one by one. So once you decided, you will stick with this installation of Windows 2000 server. So I will recommend, if you are new user, don't install Windows Server core version, otherwise you will be in trouble. So if you are a familiar user or experienced user, you will always go to its server core version. So Windows with desktop experience, the user interface similar to the Windows 10. If I am using, or you are using a Windows 10, and if you are using Windows 19, there is no they are very similar to each other, and no one can distinguish whether you are using server or Windows 10 operating system. We can run application that require GUI, full set of server roles and feature. Basically in server we have a few roles and feature. Basically, what are the roles? Role are the server jobs functions such as file sharing. For example, role are those things which server perform. For example, a server can perform a website hosting, file server hosting, name resolution server, automatic assigning IP address, Active Directory. These are the called roles. On the other hand, we have some features which is different from the role. Features are like we can encrypt our hard drive with BitLocker, which is also called a feature. Likewise, we have a feature of .NET Framework 3.0 or above. So these are the features. So features are different from the roles. Roles are the some services which is offered by the server, like name resolution server, IP assigning server, web hosting services. These are the roles, and features are the some characteristics like encryption, like feature of .NET Framework. These are the called features. So in server we have assigned some roles and some feature to the servers. I will explain you when I will install the server and assign my server different roles and feature. So Windows Server with server core. Server core means main interface. Server core means your main interface is like a command prompt. A small selection of GUI tools. So in server core we have on environment like as we have in DOS environment. So but in server core we have some small graphical tool like sconfig.cmd, PowerShell, and remote MMC console. These are the small management tool which is available in server core installation. So server core installation also have some limited graphical tool for controlling server. So server core graphical capabilities are those time and in server core we can also control the date and time control panel. We also access the regional control panel, registry editor, notepad, system and information, and task manager. These are some capabilities which are built into server core environment of the Windows 2019 server. Roles that core cannot run. These are the some roles which cannot be run on if we install the server core installation, like internet printing, network policy and access service, remote desktop gateway, remote desktop session host, remote desktop web access, ISS management console, Windows deployment service partial. Basically, these are the some services which is offered by the Windows 2019 server. I understand you don't understand what are these things, but don't worry. These are the some services which is offered by the Windows 2019 server. I will discuss all these things in detail in my future videos. But keep remember, these are the services which cannot be run if we install server in server core mode. Features that cannot be run in server core, like remote assistant, remote server administration tool, SMTP server, PowerShell, ISC, wireless LAN service. Also, there are some roles which cannot be run on server core installation. These are the roles. So don't worry if you don't understand what are these roles. So these are the some roles. Apps that server core cannot be run. There are some apps: Project Server, SharePoint Server, System Center Configuration Manager, System Server Virtual Machine Manager, System Server Data Center Production Manager. These are the some apps which cannot be run on if we install a Windows Server in core mode. So if you only have one Windows Server on your network, it should probably run Windows Desktop Experience. If you are, as I told you, if you are new user, you should go for the Windows Desktop Experience, otherwise you will be in trouble. So if you have one server, please install this server in Windows Desktop Experience. Instruction to server core. Introduction to the server core demo. So I will show you the screens and what are the screens related to the server core, Windows Server Core installation. So whenever you log in, the first screen always come like this. Enter the credential for administrator. So here you can enter the password of your administrator account. So I will enter my password. Then at the prompt is changed. Now I am running as a administrator, as you can see from the command prompt. C user and administrator. Administrator is my user account. Now the first command which is I explain you is sconfig.cmd. Basically this is a little command line tool which gives some GUI capabilities or some graphical user interface. So the first command is I will always use with my server core installation is sconfig/cmd. So I type this command and enter the hit button. So this command will show like this. It will show you the some option like what is your domain controller on number 1, what is your computer name, what is your user account administration. So if you want to change something, you will press the corresponding number against your option. For example, if I want to change my network setting, I will click on the I will type number 8 and click enter. So I will click 8 and click enter. So it will show my IP address. As you can see, my IP address is 192.168.3.200. This is my IP address of my server. So I click on 1. So in this case, it will show on the related setting related to my IP address, like set network adapter address, set DNS address, clear DNS address. So I can select any option from these, or the option number 4, return to the BALMAQ, which is 4. So I will click on the 4. I will write 4 and click enter to return back my original menu. So here we can also few options like exit to command line. If I quit this menu and go back to my home screen, I will type 15. So I will write 15 and click enter. So I will come again my home screen, which is called command prompt like screen. So this is the very good command line tool which can be used for managing the server without graphical user interface. So as you can see, we can also use the DOS commands like dir, as I type dir, it will show the all directories on my the folder. Same like if I type ifconfig/all, it will show the all the information related to my computer network. So in this way we can check the my computer network configuration in server core installation. The second most important graphical user interface command is PowerShell. Basically PowerShell is a small utility which give us some ability to check the server services or other things in a server. So for launching a PowerShell, you just type PowerShell on command prompt and click enter. So as you can see, I will enter as soon as I click enter, I will show this my prompt is changed and my prompt start with PS. PS means I am in a mode of PowerShell. So for getting all the services, for displaying all the running services of my command prompt, I will use the command which is used in PowerShell, which is called get services. So I type get services and it will display all the services running on my server. So for exit this mode, I will type exit and click enter. So this is the core installation of my Windows 2019 server. Now there are two servicing mode of Windows 2000 server. One is called long services channel and other one is called semi-annual channel. Servicing model means define how long you can use your product. So in long services, long-term services channel, which is also called LTSC, which is applicable for standard data center edition and essential edition. Server core and desktop experience, new major release every 3 years and so on. So if you are using this type of servicing channel, your product is eligible for minimum 3 years, or after 3 years you have some extended support. So in this model you have 5 years of mainstream support and 5 years of extended support. So if you are using a very smooth or corporate environment, you always use this type of servicing of your Windows 2019 server. The other one is called semi-annual channel, which is also called SASC standard and data center edition server core. This is also applicable only server core editions of the standard and data center edition. This is not applicable for desktop experience. In this case, a new feature update released twice per year, spring or fall. It will change. It will release after 6 months in a year, numbered in YM format. Each new build comes with a new ISO from the Microsoft for your corporate image. 18 months of support. This type of channel supporting 18 months. And other one is called supported up to 10 years, 5-year standard and 5-year extended warranty. If you want a new feature as soon as possible, we use semi-annual channel. If you want to reliable platform for traditional server duties used to long-term services. For example, if you have a corporate environment and you are like banking or financial institute, you always go for a long-term services channel. 3 licensing model. There is a 3 licensing model available for Windows Server 2019. One is called licensing model for Windows Server. One is called retail. In retail, you purchase the Windows software only from Microsoft or any service provider. In this model, retail model, you can purchase your Windows license from any vendor from your own choice from the market. The second model is called OEM. OEM is purchase a software or hardware bundled. When you go for OEM, you always purchase a server with hardware and software with factory installed licensing, because OEM version license never installed on any other hardware except the original hardware. And the third one is, which is widely used, which is 99.9% is used, is called volume licensing. In volume licensing, licenses are not tied to any hardware. You can buy it and you can use anywhere in any computer with this type of licensing. So always go for a volume licensing. This is the very useful and always used with many licensing scheme. So I am also using volume licensing from the Microsoft, VMware, Veeam and other vendors. Processor versus core. Windows Server 2000 licensing. Windows Server 2012 was licensed on the per processor basis. Now in old days we purchase the license on the basis of per processor, but in Windows 2019 standard and data center edition are licensed on per core basis. So if you want to purchase the license, you should go for your servers and check whether how many cores available in your server. For example, 8 core per physical processor, 16 core per physical server. So if you have 16 core, your licensing will be changed. So this is very complex topic for licensing. So client side licensing also required if you are using data center server version or standard version of Windows Server. So client access licensing, which is also called CAL, is per user or per device. For example, I will give you the example. If you want to which license you will prefer to perform, client access license, per user or per device. For example, if you have limited computers but you have lot of numbers of client users, so in this case you always use for per device license, because it will cheaper than per user license. On the other hand, if you have a limited user and multiple hardware devices, for example, one user can use a laptop, desktop or tablet. In this case, you will go for a per user license. It will cost cheaper than per device license. Same thing also apply for remote desktop services, per user or per devices. This will depend upon your requirement. So we will discuss the activate the Windows Server in our module on installing the operating system. So I will discuss this topic. Windows licensing is complex. It is wise to obtain the advice of sanctioned professional when setting up your Windows network licensing plan. So always go for a local vendor or for your licensing requirement of the Windows 2019 server or onwards. So I think this is very beneficial to you. This is very basic fundamental concept of Windows Server 2019. So in coming video I will discuss in detail of all the things I will discuss here. Thank you very much for your time.